Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at Bruker Corporation, BRKR. Price just confirmed a bullish reversal pattern on the weekly time frame. I'm considering to trade. Let's jump into the price charts and talk about it. As always, I will start from the beginning by removing all the drawings. And Bruker Corporation have been on the market since 2000. And since then we have had a move from IPO to all-time high of about 360%, and we are currently pretty close to the IPO with about 80% upside. So what we can see here, the IPO was actually maybe at a good start, but we had the 2000 crash, and then since then we have been sideways for several years. And since 2008 we have had a steady, not strong, but we have had a steady market structure all the way to the upside. And in 2020 we had a deep retracement, about 45%, and since then we moved all the way to the all-time high. And just recently we have had a very bearish price action and market structure, and we're currently down from $95, that's the all-time high, to around $28.5. that is a 70% downside. And we actually broke the uptrend when we closed the monthly candle below $56. So this happened in October last year, so exactly 1 year ago. So once that happened, we moved from a bullish price action to a bearish price action. And currently we can see here that we have the, let's say, the high, we had a low, and then a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and a lower low. And currently on the monthly time frame we are still in a bearish price action, and we are currently retesting this bearish monthly order block or a resistant level. And the reason I have Bruker Corporation on my watch list is because in this bearish price action to the downside, we have taken a significant liquidity from the COVID low. So this happened 2 months ago, and we had a beautiful sweep of the COVID low liquidity, and now currently we have a reaction to the upside. So on the monthly time frame we are still bearish, and we will be bearish on the monthly time frame until we close the monthly candle. If we are closing the monthly candle above $41.2, that will confirm a bullish reversal pattern on the monthly time frame. And if that would happen, my preferred target would be this untested bearish monthly order block at 54 to 50, let's say $58. So on the monthly time frame I really enjoy watching this price action, taking the COVID low liquidity, and then keep waiting for a bullish price action and reversal on the higher time frame. So what I would like to see here on the monthly time frame is that we're starting to move above, closing the month above this level, slight retracement, and then making our way up to retesting my target, which will be $54. So that is something I enjoy on the monthly time frame. But typically I don't take trades on the monthly time frame. I try to get into the trade on the weekly time frame when we do a bullish reversal on the weekly time frame, because everything happens on the lower time frames and then it's propagating to the higher and higher and higher time frame. So starting from the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly, and so on. But I personally, as a long-term equity swing trader, I don't spend time on the 15-minute or the 1 hour. I typically only review the weekly and the monthly chart. In some cases, I also head for the daily chart for aggressive entries, but not that common. This is what I enjoy on the monthly time frame. And now I will switch to the weekly. And this is very, very interesting. So we have had this, of course, very bearish price action for quite some time. And now, just recently, we have closed the weekly candle above this level, $35.54. And to be honest, I've been waiting for this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. After we had this nice liquidity sweep candle in beginning of September. So basically we have taken the high time frame COVID low liquidity, and we have also taken the local liquidity from the previous few weeks. And now price have moved up and we are currently building strength for a bigger move to the upside. So on the weekly time frame, this is actually a entry trigger for my trading strategy. And I was considering to move into a trade already when we were about to close, but I didn't do it. And instead now I will be reviewing to either go into a trade on Monday open, depending on where we open, and I may or may not wait for a possible retracement to the downside. In this case, on a weekly time frame, I would most likely target the liquidity in this level here, or possibly be a little bit more greedy and then wait for my monthly time frame target at $54. But what I would like to see on the weekly time frame here is that, first of all, I really expecting the price to open above this level as well on Monday. And if we are getting a retracement, I might be considering to open a long around $35.85. But it could also be that we're getting a little bit bigger retracement for a more greedy entry around this newly formed bullish weekly order block support level. So I'm quite confident that we will retest 35.82. But I'm not so confident that we will have a retracement all the way to the newly formed weekly order block. We have to wait and see. But if that would happen, and I was not in a position, I would for sure considering taking a trade from that level. Of course, the entry point would be better, a bit more aggressive. The risk reward will be better, but in general this move is quite small. It's only, what could it be, it's only 4 or 5%. It's not worth it for me not to be participating in the trade. So most likely I will consider to enter a trade on Monday open, or hopefully a retracement depending on the price action. And for this trade I will consider having the stop loss at the newly formed low at $28.53. So what I would like to see here is that we're getting a small retracement and then building the strength to take the liquidity at this level, $44.8, and then hopefully price will build more strength for a bigger move to $54. And actually you can see here on the weekly time frame that we have a untested bearish order block resistant level at $53.6 to $57.37. So this is something I typically enjoy comparing both the monthly and the weekly time frame, because right now we have a proper resistant level on the weekly time frame around $54, and we have a proper untested resistant level on the monthly time frame around the same level. And I think this could actually be very, very interesting. I haven't traded this ticker before, but I do enjoy the price action I've seen so far on the monthly and the weekly time frame. And yeah, this is one of the only opportunities I see in the markets right now. Everything is overbought, and I do expect a larger retracement in general in the stock market, but until I see that price action and confirmation for that, I will still keep looking for trades. And yeah, this was the review of BRKR. Please remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a swing trader who enjoy sharing my journey with the viewers here on YouTube. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please help to support my channel by giving a thumbs up and subscribing. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.